Hello, everyone. Welcome to AAPI Educational Webinar Series about year-end tax and estate planning tips for physicians. AAPI's goal is to educate its members about the importance of financial planning and becoming financially independent. And attendees should consult their own advisors and attorneys for any extra advice. This educational event is hosted on behalf of AAPI by me, Satheesh Kathula, and Dr. Amit Chakrabarty, who is the president of AAPI. We have invited guest speaker Syed Nishat, who will address today mainly tax planning and estate planning. Nishat is a certified financial planner and a certified plan fiduciary advisor. We'd like to make it more audience interactive and not a long, boring presentation. And I'll ask questions and Nishat will answer. And you can ask your questions as well in the chat box. Again, please ask your questions in the chat box and we'll try to answer them as best as we can. So Nishat, welcome to the webinar and thank you for being here today. So before we start speaking about tax planning, some lighter topic, what are top financial planning mistakes we physicians make?
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Kathula, for working over the weekend in the short notice. Really appreciate it. And thank you again for what you do. And we are looking forward to a wonderful event in Tampa. So some lighter topic when we are waiting for more people to chime in. So the question you ask that this is not about tax planning, it's just like a CFP. My observation is one of the mistakes people make as a physician, as a financial planning. So number one is not taking care of your health. It is both mental and physical health. A lot of physicians, I've been doing it for 17 years. I see their health is not good. Their A1C is through the roof. Their cholesterol is very high. Make sure you take care of yourself, Dr. Kathula. That's for you. Don't like come to the webinars on the weekend. So number two, not updating will and trust to avoid probate. Will and trust is very important. Investment management, in my opinion, anyone can do it. Will and trust, if it's all updated, that's very important. Number three, mistakes to avoid if it's possible, life insurance, annuity, alternative as a main source of investment. These are very expensive. The growth is never there in our opinion in the long run. So try to avoid it, especially the premium financing. We see it all the time. Insurance brokers sell. Try to avoid those. Try to keep your investment simple. Index fund. That's it. Simple life. And then try to not to invest into concentrated position. That's number four. As a financial advisor, especially I see AAPI. The reason I say the word AAPI because the Indian physicians, they buy concentrated position. Like a few days ago, before the NVIDIA, I had a client who said, what's going to happen with NVIDIA? I said, I don't know. 50-50 chance before the earning. Clients like sold it before the earning. After earning stock went up, client was upset. So again, don't try to like buy concentrated position like one or two stock I see all the time. Just buy index fund is diversified already for you. You don't need to buy concentrated position if it's possible. Number five is the fee. Fees are very important. As a financial advisor, you pay a fee when you invest. Plus, on top of it, you have a mutual fund expense ratio as well. Typically, I see that investors pay about 1.5% fee every year. In 10 years, the fee, if you keep paying the fee, it come out to be almost 20% of the profit. So make sure have the low cost advisor if it's possible. Last two, not enjoying present. A lot of our Indian mentality, we have it save for children. Hey, the reality is once you're dead after 48 hours, your children will forget you. At this moment, you are moving your hand, try to enjoy it. This time will not come back. If you have gathered wealth, enjoy life. Wear good clothes. Have a
Fantastic.
like, have a cook in your place. Cook it. Have a buy car.
That's what I do. That's what I do, Syed. That's exactly what you.
Very
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah, and sing a song like Dr. Amit and you. That's like enjoy important. And
That's right.
and lastly, a fraud happens a lot, Dr. Kathula, Dr. Chakrabarty, a lot in our community.
Mhm.
They say, hey, a financial advisor, Indian, let's do business with them. But unfortunately, frauds are committed within our own community. And we cannot say anything. So ethnicity doesn't matter. My suggestion will be look for at least a CFP. Boards, are you board certified? Like Dr. Kathula, I see FACP, you have it. Amit Chakrabarty, you're highly qualified, so at least have a CFP. So there's a good credential, chances of frauds are low, and make sure the financial advisor don't take your own money. It needs to be some third-party custodian like Fidelity, Schwab, like Bernie Madoff. It happens a lot. So if you just follow the 7 steps process, you should be ahead of the game in the financial plan. Hopefully, it makes sense.
Well, it perfectly does, Syed. I mean, physicians, we give advices, but we don't take care of our own health. I mean, some of us do very well, but some of them don't do as well. The physical and mental stress should be managed properly to enjoy what you have.
Yeah,
It's not what you make; it's how you manage, as people say. And today is a gift. That's why it is called present.
yeah,
So enjoy, as much as you can. But definitely looking for CFP and all those things that make sense.
sure.
So next question, Syed, do you still believe that investors should do passive investment like index funds? They don't need any financial advisors for investment only.
Yeah, I still believe in simple investment in life. I believe in, if you look at the statistic for the last 20 years, only 8% money managers were able to outperform the S&P, only 8%. And most of the time are one-leg pony, like Kathy Wood. They put the market 1 year, several years they underperform. If anyone can beat the market, they would not be doing webinar today. You would be calling that person, all right? No one can beat the market. If you just buy index funds like SPY or NASDAQ or international, you will be ahead of the game. My concern is with API members, they just buy 4 or 5 stocks. Heavy nowadays, everyone I see in the portfolio, NVIDIA nowadays PLTR, and this is it. When the market goes up, no one listen to me. Market goes down, people listen to me. That's what the reality has been. So buy index fund, and a good example would be, I was meeting with Dr. Chakrabarty in Florida. I think last weekend in FAPI. Florida, Tampa is booming where you guys have the event. So a few years ago we went there. I love Buffalo Wild Wings and then Panera Bread. Amit bhai like it, I like it too. So we thought we're gonna go there, but guess what? The area is booming. Panera is closed. Buffalo Wild Wings is closed, but the area is booming. This area, imagine this is index fund, and this restaurants, imagine individual stock. There's no way which stock will go high, but if you buy the area, which is the index fund, in the long run, index fund knows how to kind of time the market, how to kind of buy the stock itself, but make sure you diversify index funds. Try to buy SPY or Dow Jones Industrial Average, NASDAQ, those index funds, also buy international as well. If you just play with this 4 or 5 index funds, you don't need a financial advisor to buy individual stocks.
Yep. No, that makes sense. Seems like today's theme is seven principles for good living, good financial health,
Yeah.
mental, physical health, and seven, index funds. And looks like market is going through major corrections. Tell me about your market outlook and which sector we should invest.
Yeah, the market, it looks like the client's portfolio are down a lot, but you'll be surprised. The S&P is only down about 5% from the top. Nothing. But the client's portfolio is down much more. You know why? Because Bitcoin is down about 40% from the top. Tesla or Nvidia, those are down quite substantially than the market. And what happened that S&P, if you just take Nvidia and then Microsoft and Amazon, these few companies, that's about 20% of S&P. So the clients, what they're doing, as I mentioned, they're buying SPY and they buy this 5 stock on top of it. So if you put 10,000, 50,000, if it's 10,000, 5,000, they're putting into SPY, the other 5,000 they're putting into this Magnificent Seven. So their stock is tumbling like crazy, the portfolio. So that's why we recommend, that if you just buy individual concentrated position, the market will tumble and your portfolio will tumble. Now, having said that, the reason why the market is falling is because I don't believe the market is bubble, but I believe certain sectors are a bubble. Like AI is a good example. So what's happening, Dr. Kathula, I don't know if you heard about it, data center. You
Of
heard
course.
about it? So data center, Texas and even Ohio, I think they're talking about building some huge data
Yes.
center because everything AI needs a chip to make data center. The data center, they need money to build it. What's the budget? is about 3 trillion in America. Worldwide, 6 trillion, and America, 6 trillion. They need to finance it. 800 billion, they need the technology company, they need it. 800 billion, the way they're raising money, all this tech company, they are creating something called special purpose vehicle, SPV. It's like a subsidiary of a company. And they're saying, Satheesh, invest with us. SoftBank, Amit Bhai, invest with us. And then they're raising money. But this loan is not part of their balance sheet. How long? So that's what basically is happening. And recently, if you see that Sam Altman, he mentioned that to Donald Trump, hey, can you just build the data center for us? We will lease from you. That's what's happening. So it's like almost a bailout is happening. So that's one of the reasons why I see the AI sector is going down. So in my opinion, that this AI has room to go down. If you're heavy into AI, try to soften up a little bit and try to bring other sector. Which other sectors? International. India, China, they are down. Buy those a little bit. About 15% of the portfolio, try to get into those a little bit. Buy some gold if it's possible. That has room to go higher. Now you ask a question, well, how should we invest? The investment, Dr. Kathula, Dr. Chakrabarty, is not complicated. 4 type of investment in the screen if you see it: conservative, moderate, growth, aggressive growth. 4 portfolio. Conservative means 50% bond, 50% equity. How should I invest? All right. In America, Dr. Chakrabarty and Dr. Kathula, to have a good life, retirement, you need $6 million to have a happy life. How? 6 million, 4% of that you withdraw it, that 240,000. Quiz time. 4% of 6 million, how much? 240. Social Security, husband, wife together, 60,000. How much is it?
300,000.
About, yeah, and then altogether 300,000. You divide by 12, you have to pay some taxes. So net, you make around close to 20,000 per month. This is what you need. Unless you are a lavish investor. So if your net worth is 6 million and you are at the age of 66, below 6 million or 6 million, you should be conservative. You cannot take the risk. So buy some index funds and buy bond. If your net worth is more than 10 million, you should be moderate, because what happened, moderate goes down, it will come back to 6 million, still you're okay. 60, 40, 70, 30. If your net worth is more than 10 million, 10 to 15 million, you should be growth. And if you're someone like me, whose age is 46, 45, you should be just invest into SPY index funds like this, and that's it, and forget about it. And this is a simple formula. Don't time the market. But if you need the money less than 5 years, don't invest. You're making a big mistake. So I know it's a long answer of a short question you ask, but hopefully it give you like a framework how to get started in investment.
Yeah, that makes sense, Syed. Thank you. But again, net worth doesn't mean that it's all in cash or it's making interest. And some of them are fixed assets too.
Correct.
Like home or some other real estate thing which is not making money.
Absolutely.
So yeah. So this has to be in the investments.
Investments.
Which is making at least 4%. Yeah.
Correct.
That's good.
Correct.
Thank you. So and let's go back to the tax planning, and what are the major changes in that big beautiful bill in terms of tax and estate planning?
Yeah, the big beautiful bill, the screen is there, but I will just talk about 3 things to take a look. Number one, the big beautiful bill recently was passed in July. So remember when Donald Trump is president with the maximum state, local, and property deduction was 10,000. Remember?
Yeah.
So somehow, if you can bring your income down, Dr. Chakrabarty, Dr. Kathula, below $500,000, if it's possible. So the property, state, local tax deduction goes up to 40,000, especially people who are in Florida, right? Because Florida has a huge New Jersey, they have a huge property tax. So try to bring your income down. How do you bring the income down? That's what we're going to talk about subsequent slide, like donation to AAPI and everything. So again, try to bring the income down to below $500,000 if you can. If number 2, you're lucky enough, a lot of AAPI members, they have grandchildren born this year, don't forget the $1,000 free money from the government. All right, just open a Trump account and put the money, and you can contribute $5,000. But this needs to be done before December. Okay, that's why we're talking about year-end tax planning. Before December, put $5,000 for children, grandchildren below 18. And number 3, if you need a car, if you're self-employed, this is a good year to do so, because car weigh more than 6,000 pounds. You can write a full purchase price of the car from the business. Again, very powerful. This is a good year to do so. So these are the three major important things I will just point out. By the big beautiful bill, it needs to be implemented before year end.
So, for example, if somebody doesn't have grandkids, or their daughter-in-law daughter is pregnant, can they keep some money aside, or the child has to be born before?
Child has to be born this
Okay,
year to get the $1,000.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So,
So,
Satheesh, you need to get on, tell your son to get on with it.
So it looks like irrevocable trust is not that important now, but what if my net worth is over 30 million, for example? What are some solutions to lower estate taxes?
Yeah, due to big beautiful bill, what happened that the net worth, husband wife together is permanent. Anything up to 30 million, no state taxes. All right, but just in case, if you are, lucky, your net worth is close to the vicinity of 30 million, what to do at that time? So my suggestion will be those whose net worth is below 30 million, just create revocable trust. Don't worry about irrevocable trust. The benefit of a revocable trust is that if you pass away, it avoids all the probate if anything happens to both of you. Number one. Number two, if you pass away, the children inherit the money, they become older, get into a marriage, and a divorce happen, all protected. And number three, they get a step up in cost basis, meaning let's say you bought Nvidia for $10, stock is $20, you pass away, children inherit the money, their cost basis will be $20. So revocable trust is a must for people who are net worth is below 30 million. Irrevocable is not important. You ask a question, what if my net worth is more than 30? What should I do? You have to pay state taxes regardless, right? Because
Yeah.
so one other thing you can do, create an irrevocable trust and gift it. A type of irrevocable trust is called SLAT, S-L-A-T, Spousal Lifetime Access Trust. Is a type of irrevocable trust. You can gift it. And once you put the money, you lose the step up though. We have to be careful. And the money grows estate tax free. Again, if your net worth is more than 30 million, think about gifting the money when the market is down. Couple of things, Dr. Kathula and Dr. Chakrabarty, that's something I think everyone should do regardless, and people missing out. Most of the physicians I know, their net worth is decent. Every year by December, uh, at least 19,000 each gifted to the children. You don't have to file any gift tax. Dr. Chakrabarty, 19,000, give it. So I met a client in New Jersey, two beautiful daughter, four grandchildren, husband, wife together, 38 times 6, almost $200,000. They can just gift it. No gift tax filing. It needs to be done by December, okay? Number two, my mother-in-law is very rich. I'm openly saying it, and my two children, Aya and Noah, go to a private school called Eunice here. So my mother-in-law, what she's doing, she's gifting it, plus on top of it, she's paying directly the tuition fee for my grandchildren as well. That's on top of the 19,000, by the way. And the Eunice tuition is 100,000 out of your state. So very, very powerful. So these are the two things. Before December, you got to do it. And SLAT, you have time that you do it when the market drops. I hope it gives some glimpse of an idea how to do the estate planning where we stand.
Okay. So as a CFP, can you explain what estimated taxes are and how they work?
Yeah. So estimated taxes is very, very important. What happened that a lot of physicians think that taxes are due by April. No, sir. Tax filing is due by April. You have to pay your estimated taxes by year end. By January 15, you have to pay all your estimated taxes for the year 2025. This is a safe harbor rule. Safe harbor rule means that 110% of last year or 90% of this year, you must pay the state taxes, and you may pay the federal and state taxes. Otherwise, there's a penalty due. Again, don't forget the estimated taxes, W-2, 1099, doesn't matter, all due by January 15, 110% of previous year or 90% of this year. Don't forget the estimated taxes due.
Okay. So what is the RMD or requirement minimum distribution? Any way to lower taxes on that?
Yeah. So RMD also due by December. So we're all talking about year-end tax planning. So these are needs to be done before December. After December, nothing can be done. Okay. So before December, if you're over the age of 73, you must take required minimum distribution. If first year, then there's some leeway. But usually by December, compared to the last year's December statement, you must take some RMD, required minimum distribution. Usually it's about 4% of the value. Don't forget that. How to lower the taxes, a lot of physicians ask. Dr. Chakrabarty, I think he's doing a good job. If you think you want to help API before December, from the retirement account, give API 110,000 from the retirement account if you think Dr. Chakrabarty is doing a good job. So what happened, that takes care of your $110,000 RMD. All right. So it's called QCD, Qualified Charitable Distribution. API is a 501c. I'm not anyone advertising it, but if you want to give money to API.
I second that completely. Thank you, Syed.
Yeah. Number two, if your spouse is lucky enough to be 10 years younger than you, we see in our community, if that happens, you don't have to take RMD under your age. You can take the joint age, which is much lower though. It's called table 2. Don't forget it, okay? If your wife is 10 years younger, you don't have to take the 4% RMD. It's much lower. And number three, a lot of API members are charity minded. It is a fact, like it or not, okay? So they do something called donor advised fund. Instead of donor advised fund, you can do something called a charitable lead trust. It's a foundation. And I'm going to take a minute to explain. It's very powerful. So you do something called Roth conversion. You have a 401k, Dr. Kathula, I'm assuming you have a IRA. Convert it. What's the benefit? If once you convert the money into a Roth IRA, there's no RMD in Roth, okay? But hey, Nishat, you told me do a Roth conversion. I did it. I have taxes to pay. Got it. So let's say you put $1 million Roth conversion, and if your money is sitting in the bank account, you open up a foundation called Charitable Lead Trust. You put 1 million donation into the Charitable Lead Trust. Net is zero. You converted it, and it's an expense for you, a foundation. The way the Charitable Lead Trusts work, you don't have to give money in one lump sum to any charity. Let's say, I'm again giving example, API. You like API, 1 million every year, only 5% must give to API. Again, 5. In 20 years, all the money goes to API. But you can invest the money, Dr. Kathula, buy SPY. I'm giving an example. The return is about 10% per year. After 20 years, whatever money left over goes back to your family tax-free. Again, very, very powerful, high net worth individual, those who are charity minded, you can open up a charitable lead trust before December. That needs to be open before December, contribute money, do Roth conversion, decouple it together, net zero tax, plus the money will grow and whatever money left over in 20 years goes back to you tax-free. Very powerful. If you're charity minded, think about it.
Okay. So a lot of physicians invest in real estate. So what is the cost segregation for real estate?
Yeah. So cost segregation is very important. A lot of API members, especially Gujarati, I would say, clients, they invest into real estate. And if you have bought real estate this year, and if you have make an improvement, what happened that Dr. Kathula, commercial real estate, it depreciate every year. Like the house I'm sitting right now, it depreciate. The house you're sitting right now, depreciate. What does it do? The depreciation every year you can get to write off from other passive income, rental income. You can do that. The schedule is up to you. From 29 years, 39 years, you can bring it down to 1 year if you want to, all of it. I was talking to a client bought a surgical center for 1 million. We did a cost segregation. It's a study. For 1 million, we got a 400,000 negative Schedule E, negative K1 from the property. And client has other passive income. He was able to write off everything. So if your tax bracket is higher this year, think about cost segregation. Must be done by December. You still have time to do it. If you are real estate, everyone does it. Cost segregation is very powerful. Cost about $4,000 to $5,000. Get it done if you own real estate.
But what if you're selling that real estate? What's going to happen to the buyer?
Very good question. So what happened, the cost basis goes down if you do advanced depreciation. Let's say if you buy a property for 1 million, you get $400,000 advanced depreciation, your cost basis goes down to 600,000, right? So if you're looking to sell the property short term, don't do it. Long term, we'd like to see you hold the property for more than 5 years. And when you sell it, try to do a 1031 exchange. If you do a 1031 exchange, then it got deferred over there. So very powerful also. So it's a good question. If you're looking to sell the property less than 5 years, don't do cost segregation.
Okay. So what is the PTE tax, Nishat, and how does it work?
Yeah. What if for some reason, like you asked the question before the big beautiful bill, remember the state and local tax deduction, you get 40,000 if your income is below 500,000. What if your income is more than 500,000? And if, let's say, you have your own practice, self-employed, so New Jersey, New York, Virginia, Maryland, states like this. Not all states, about 30 states. You have to select the states you are in, talk to the CPA. If you have your own corporation, again, it needs to be done by December. So that's why we're talking about year-end tax planning. By December, if you elect to pay the tax from the corporation, you have to pay all the taxes from the corporation. You get full write-off federally. What do you mean? Let's say if your estate tax due is 40,000, your income is very high. The max you will get is only 10,000, right?
Mhm.
You have your own corporation, you pay from the corporation. From the business income, the $40,000 will be a write-off for you. Again, it needs to be done by December. Very, very powerful. Don't forget the PTET tax. Speak to your CPA and make sure that you don't miss it.
Okay, good. Good to know. If I'm selling my practice, what is goodwill versus asset sale? Could you explain?
Yeah, a lot of physicians nowadays are selling their practices because unfortunately, one of the downsides of the big beautiful bill, the reimbursements are going down and Medicare patients are not getting too much reimbursement. And a lot of physicians are getting tired, self-employed. They cannot compete. So they're selling their practices to hospitals, nowadays to hedge fund people for some reason. They're buying, especially cardiologists, their situation is very bad. Okay. So if you're selling your practice during negotiation, have something called a goodwill. Like Dr. Kathula, if I Google you, I find you everywhere. Dr. Chakrabarty, if I Google you, I find you everywhere. Amazing reviews. That is called goodwill. So when you're selling it, let's say you sell it for $100,000, your practice, at least try to have 60% of the selling as a goodwill. So $60,000, 60% of $100,000. If it's a goodwill during sale, you only pay long-term capital gain, which is 20 to 25%. Otherwise, you will pay, regular income tax in the whole amount. Again, when you're selling a practice during negotiation, try to have a goodwill. People forget about it. It helps you a lot in your tax planning.
Hmm. Okay. So what is a QBI and why is this important?
Yeah. So again, a lot of physicians are missing out QBI. QBI means qualified business income deduction. Everyone qualifies as long as your income is below 490,000 as of 2024. 25 went up a little bit. What is QBI? Let's say you have your own company. You have a self-employed income of K1, let's say around close to 250,000. Don't forget, you qualify by 20% of $250,000 as a business deduction. So 20% of 250, $50,000 ballpark is a full deduction you get it. Don't forget that. If you own real estate, there's no income restriction. The rental income you can collect after depreciation, 20% of the rent you can write off as a QBI as well. So the reason I said that before this, if your income is a lot, you don't qualify for QBI. So try to come up with some itemized expenses to bring the income down below 490 so you qualify for the QBI if it's possible. So again, don't forget before December, try to bring your income down to that level to qualify for QBI.
Hmm. So this question comes up all the time. If I'm self-employed or doing locums, how to decide what to form LLC, S Corp, or C Corp? Could
Yeah,
you tell us, please?
right. So this is something I see all the time. The physician miss out that they're confused that should I do LLC or C Corp and S Corp. All right. If just memorize that if your income is below 100, let's say self-employed, you're doing locum 100, LLC. LLC is a must because of the shield, asset protection. Tax planning is the same. LLC. If your income is below 100. If your income is around the range of 200, try to do an S corporation. C corporation most of the time doesn't make sense. All right, again, LLC, if the income is below 100. Why S corp should I choose? Reason is because let's say your income is 200,000. I'm giving an example. In a S corporation, what happened that you can give yourself a salary of 100,000 in a S corporation. give yourself a salary of 100, and the other 100 with the income of 200, you take as a K1 distribution, like just a distribute, put money and take money out. What's the benefit? The benefit on the 100,000 you take as a distribution in S corporation, you pay no Medicare tax. If your income is all 200, if it's an LLC, you put it, you take it out, you pay the 4% Medicare tax in the full amount. So again, it's very important that you speak to your CPA. If you have a local income more than 200, try to go for S corp, below 100 LLC. And LLC, the problem is that there's no PTET tax. Remember I talked about the SALT tax workaround? There's nothing like that in LLC. So this needs to be done before December. Speak to your CPA. Well, if you have a low income, which one is applicable for you?
Can I interject one? Can I interject
Yeah, go
one
ahead, Amit.
question
Yeah.
here?
Mhm.
So this is for people who are before Medicare age, right? After Medicare age, you don't. This doesn't apply, right?
No, even remember if you have like and that's the biggest issue that in Medicare age, if you're self-employed, you still pay the 4%. That's still gotta pay. So that's why it's important that if your income is 200, 300, don't be LLC. Try to do
Thank you.
S corp.
Thank you. Go ahead, Satheesh.
So, for example, somebody found LLC, their income was, less than 100,000, and then it goes up to like 200, or more. Can you convert LLC to S corp, or you have to
No, no,
start
no,
at
not to
all?
not to convert it. You just have to file with the state. LLC remains there, EIN remains there. Just
Okay,
file as S corp. That's it. But don't forget, that's important.
gotcha. So there are a lot of questions about Roth conversion. Is it a good idea to do it this year? And if so, what are the taxes that we have to pay?
Yeah, so Roth conversion, I think is a good idea because once you do the convert into a Roth, in a Roth, there's no RMD, but there's a timing issue. What I mean by that, you should be in a low tax bracket, number one. Number two, ideally, we would like to see the market to be down. In the high market, what happened, it doesn't make sense. Let's say you have $1 million into an IRA account and you have a lot of Bitcoin. I'm giving an example. Bitcoin is down 40%, right? That million is down, I think, 700. Convert it. It's a good idea because Bitcoin goes back up, it grew tax free. And once you convert it, it is, a tax free growth, no RMD, but it depends. So we are not doing Roth conversion right now because the market is still high. But by the time we finish this webinar in December, the market crash. I'm just giving an example. And if you're in a low tax bracket, it's a good idea to think about doing Roth conversion. And if the market's still high, I recommend every year do some Roth conversion. I recommend every year do a little bit of a Roth conversion. It helps a lot.
But when your income bracket goes down, for example, when you retire, will that be better because you're not going to pay that many taxes? If you're in high income bracket now, you'll be paying that, right?
Correct,
So,
correct, correct. So that's why I said that the comments are generic. You got to sit down with your CPA because the situation may happen that when you retire, your income may be down. But my experience has been, Dr. Kathula, Dr. Chakrabarty, in the physician's income bracket never goes down. It's always remain the same. For some reason, they make so much money and they never retire. So it depends on the market, I would say, and depending on so if you move to a state, let's say Florida, if you think you will move, then you wait. So there's some variables out there. So it is not 100% that you should do Roth conversion. Some discussion gotta have it. I agree.
okay. So I have heard about the land easements or conservation. Are these worth?
Yeah. So land conservation, that is something like we see all the time. So I was, going to Tampa, Dr. Chakrabarty, I met when we're driving through, we see like a lot of empty land. So those called land conservation. Land conservation is that you give the money like a charity you're giving. You put the money through a company. There's a companies out there. They give you 4-time deduction. So if you put $100,000 into a charity, you get 100,000 deduction, right? If you give to the land conservation, you get 4 to 5 times deduction. So a lot of people do it. My concern is audit. Again, my concern is audit. A lot of people misusing it. I have seen a lot of audits, people do that. So be very careful. Usually we avoid it, but if you want to do a little bit of amount, it may be okay. Sit down with your CPA, but audit is a big issue. That's why I just want to like point out there, don't go all in with land conservation. Speak to a good CPA. Make sure if an audit happen, you can kind of like back it up.
Okay. So good, Syed. Also, I've been hearing about these annuities. Could you shed some light on that?
Yeah, and so what happened that as a philosophy, this is my own philosophy, Wall Street Alliance Group, we are anti-high fee. This is us. But I'm sure that annuity has a good use for it for some people, but I don't believe in a personal opinion. I don't believe in annuity. I don't believe in life insurance. I don't believe in other products like I said that in API last time, and one of the physician got upset with me because I am insulting other sponsor. I'm not. It's just like it's a fact. Index fund, no one can beat it, and the data is public information. And I do get concerned whenever I hear it. Other people come in and promise 12% return, 13% return. And annuity is so complicated, Dr. Kathula. They have income value, they have principal value, they have fictitious value. Fees makes no sense, in my opinion. So my suggestion is the foundation should be index fund. Once you have money, you don't know what to do with it. Okay, go for it.
So the thing is, they're also offering this 30% upfront, 50% upfront addition. That's fictitious value, as you said.
Yeah,
But I think that they showed me the graphs and all that recently, and I think it has some. We can put some money in there, not the entire amount there. So again, they say that we have some protection from even when the market crashes. Our value doesn't crash or something like that. I mean, they were saying it's kind of interesting things, but I think probably you are better educated than me about these financial things. But to me, it sounded reasonable for some amount of money to put there, maybe a couple of 100,000 or 300,000, something like that. But anyway, I think that's probably everybody's individual choice.
everyone choice, correct, correct.
Yeah.
But my personal opinion about it, just the cost we are not okay with. Whose benefit will annuity? Let's say positive argument. Let's say you don't you just want a guaranteed income rest of your life.
Mhm.
Forget about the money. Yeah, annuity like Prudential, those kind of company, you put the money, they give you income rest of your life. Some are joint life. An argument can be made if you're okay with letting go the principal.
Yeah. So they say 10 years and then you get
Yeah,
monthly income. And if something
yeah,
happens to you, your spouse can get that.
yes,
Something happens to both of the parents, the children are entitled to get rest of the money tax free.
correct,
Uh, so those are about annuities. That's just I learned from other people. So
correct.
okay, so well, before we take the questions, Syed, could you list all items and what you said and summarize the last minute tax planning tips?
Yeah, so this is a good screen. People are welcome to take a picture. Dr. Chakrabarty, Dr. Kathula, you take it too, because this is free advice. This is something you can sit down with your CPA and go through it. Let me just summarize one more time. Number one, don't forget the estimated taxes, okay? By January 15, all the estimated taxes are due. Simple. Try to keep your income down below 500,000 if you can, because the SALT taxes are more and chances of QBI is there as well. Don't forget the $19,000 gift. Remember, 19 times 2, number of children you can gift it by December, do it. Number 4, if your net worth is substantial, like my mother-in-law, and then pay the tuition, college tuition, private school tuition. This is on top of the 19,000. Don't forget Trump account. If you have children this year, grandchildren this year, don't forget the Trump account. Number 5, don't forget QBI, qualified business income deduction for rental income. That's very important. And you need to have your income below 496,000 to qualify for it. If you're self-employed, try not to forget to get a bigger car, because car where there's 6,000 pounds, you can write off the full purchase price of the car, this business. Don't forget cost segregation by December. If you do cost segregation, you can get to write off any other rental income by December. You have to start the process. This is one thing, Dr. Kathula. If you're self-employed, a lot of physicians forget to put their children in the payroll. It helps a lot, though. If your
Yeah,
children is
yes.
over 16, don't forget to put the kids in the payroll. You can give them, you're not going to pay them millions of dollars. You just pay them like 10,000. 2 kids. What's the benefit? Because they can open up a Roth IRA, then a low tax bracket. Don't forget that, okay? Then charitable donation, donor advice fund, or charitable lead trust, or donation to API. Don't forget by December. Backdoor Roth IRA, that's also powerful. And Roth conversion, that if you're in a low tax bracket, it makes sense to do so. If it have stocks which are down, like a lot of people bought Bitcoin, you can sell the Bitcoin or buy something similar with the money. Because what happened, up to $3,000 loss, you can claim it from your W-2 and the loss carry forward. And if you have some profits, like some real estate, you can get to write off from there as well. And Dr. Kathula, a lot of and nowadays, I think you're getting email from your HR company if you work for a hospital.
Yes.
The benefit program. If you have an option for health insurance called HSA, or for HSA. Don't forget.
Yes. Yeah. I
HSA,
do
you
that.
can, yeah. So don't forget HSA because you can contribute $8,700, and this money is can be used for non-health reason after the age of 66. And if you're self-employed, don't forget defined benefit plan, pension plan. In a defined benefit plan, by December you can open it, and at the age of 52 you can contribute almost about $200,000, all money is pre-tax. I know it's a big list, but feel free to just take a picture of it. I think it pretty much covers everything. I haven't missed anything, I think. Sit down with your CPA and see which one is applicable for you, but something will be applicable.
Yeah.
So the HSA, can I interject one thing, the last point? HSA, you can only contribute till you're 65, right?
Correct. If you're Medicare, you can't.
Okay, good point. Amit, can we send this screenshot to, I know we'll have this on the website, the webinar, and people can go back and look at the whole recording, or they can fast forward, they can actually get the slide. But also, Amit, I request you to send it to all the members, just this slide, so that, we are helping a lot of people to look for, what to file this year before the end of the year. So that would be a good thing if you could do that.
Absolutely. I'll have to ask Syed, Syed's permission because this is his list.
Yeah.
If Syed agrees, I'll be glad to send it. I don't even mind putting Wall Street Alliance name underneath that because you have compiled it. So that will give you some reason that you have compiled it. Maybe that'll help the members, and we can also credit the fact that you have given us that knowledge so that you get some benefit out of it too.
Yeah, absolutely. And all of this are, for API members, complimentary. We are here to help because that's what you ask us, give us honest advice. So feel free to use it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Syed. Appreciate it. Thanks,
Syed, I mean, you've been very, very, helpful. As always, been a partner with API for such a long time. We appreciate your help and appreciate you giving us such amazing knowledge, which all of us need. And go ahead, if Satheesh, who is going to be doing the chat questions?
Yeah, you go ahead, Amit. There are quite a few.
I think Jordan is going to do the chat question. I don't know, or who's going to be doing the chat questions.
You can do it, Satheesh, or yeah.
Satheesh, you can do the chat question.
Sure. If I have your permission, So, any advice for someone in their mid 40s with net worth of 8 million with a 20-year horizon for withdrawal?
Yeah. So as soon as you have your net worth about 6 million, what happened that in mid 40s, like my age, the max you can withdraw is around 2.5 to 3. Remember, 4% withdrawal rules at the age of 66. So it's not bad. It's 8 million is still bad. My suggestion will be, if you're retiring, horizon to withdrawal, I'm talking about, if I were you, I would enjoy life. I would not I wouldn't rock the boat right now. I would buy index funds, but I would put if you're completed retirement, I would put about 20% into some sort of fixed income. The rest of it, I would still invest because what happened, the market tanks is still fine. You will be able to live off of it, and the market usually recovers in 3 years. So you should be okay. So my suggestion will be enjoy life at this young age if you have this money because you have the youth, go travel wherever you want.
Okay. So question from Dr. Neravetla, can charitable lead trust donate to more than one charity?
Oh yeah, you can do any charities you want.
Okay. Can you do the depreciation on the primary home too?
No, and it gotta be for business purpose. Otherwise, I'll be depreciating my neighbor property to, yesterday. Yeah.
But some people use it for office and stuff.
Office stuff. Yeah.
They can do that, right? Some
Correct.
of it,
Correct.
if not the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So can the income from surgical center be considered as a passive income and applied against a rental real estate property depreciation?
Right. So there are two types. That's a technical question. So if the surgical center, you're collecting rent, that is a passive income. But if you have invested money to a surgical center as an active, so that becomes an active income, right? So it's a partnership deal. So yes, usually my clients pay rent. So that's a passive income. But if you have invested and you're getting like a partnership, that's a active income. So and some active loss as well.
Okay. So somebody asked, what is family limited partnership? Is it worth it?
Yeah, this is for mainly asset protection purpose called family limited partnership. So if you need asset protection is one of the I would say cheap way of protecting your asset in a family limited partnership. There's a limited partner, there's a general partner. So if your net worth is about 2 to 3 million, if you want to protect your assets, depending on the state you live in, FLP is a good way to protect your assets.
Okay. So Dr. Ravikant asked a question. Can you talk about intentionally defective grant or trust, IDGT?
Yes, IDGT, what happened if your net worth is more than 30, 40, 50 million? You don't know what to do with it. At that time, something called IGIT, IDGT, people put the money. In an IGIT, you don't gift it, you sell it. So Dr. Kathula and me, let's just put an example. Let's say you're my son, which is not the case. I'm just giving an example. You're my son, Dr.
I wish I'm
Chakrabarty.
that
You're my
young.
Dr. Chakrabarty. You're my son as well. Two son, and I'm the father. Okay. I'm just giving an example. My net worth is 40 million. Man, I cannot do anything, right? Because I have to pay state taxes. So what I do, I create like a family trust, effective IDGT, and you are the beneficiary of this irrevocable trust I created, and I don't gift it to you. You are my two kids. I just sell it to you. It's a sell, and you can sell as much amount you want to.
Okay.
What's the caveat to it? The caveat to it, I have to take income from it every year, which is about 5%. The money come back to my state. Money come back to my state. And if I pass away, there's no estate tax on it. Too good to be true. It's called IGIT. So what happened that after you pass away, there's some sort of audit happens all the time. But yes, IGIT should be a last resort after you have done all the SLAT and everything. Your net worth is high, you got to do something. People do IGIT also. But we have the experienced attorney. If you need help, call us. We can able to help you with that.
Well, I've talked to many financial advisors, but nobody tells us all these things. I'm so glad you're
Yep.
explaining all these details. So thank you. Dr. Prabhakar Sharma asked a question. What is the procedure for establishing a charitable trust? How difficult that is?
Yeah, so it's not that difficult. Remember, the two option private, you can just do it. Donor advised fund to Fidelity show up. There's no cost. Charitable trust, what happened? You need to have an attorney with it, and the cost is around $4,000 to $5,000. But that's why I mentioned that you got to be charity minded. If your budget is 10,000, it's not worth it. You got to put about 100K per year, then it's worth it. All right. So it's not complicated. You just have to have an attorney. By December, you got to do it, but the budget got to be more. Cannot be like 10,000, 20,000 because the attorney fee is too much.
Gotcha. So Dr. Ritu Manjal, if you gift 19,000 to children, do they pay tax on it?
Oh,
Also,
no.
what is the best way to do that? Check, cash, or transfer?
It could be anything. It could be ideally cash, which will go higher. Remember when you gift it, you lose the step up in cost basis. All right, when you gift it, so it got to be cash that will go higher. You think? So ideally, that will appreciate more. So there's no taxes in it. There's no tax filing due in it because it's below the limit yearly, which is 19,000, which is very powerful to do it if your net worth is high.
So you can do any number of children. If you have 10 children, you can do it to 10 people.
I can give it to me too. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So let me see. Dr. Kinjal Desai, OBB also now removes RMD on Roth 401k in addition to Roth IRA. That's a comment, I think.
Yeah.
You do Roth conversion only on depreciated stocks?
Roth conversion, yes. Ideally, what happened that I would like to see the stock go high because you don't want to do. You did a Roth conversion, pay taxes, stock went down. Then
Mm,
it's
mm.
like you double pay, right? You
Yeah,
lost
yeah.
money, so something got to go up though. We would like to see it. Yeah. So it doesn't have to be depreciated. You think that tomorrow, like I'm giving example, Nvidia is up, but you think it will go more higher. Okay. But the chances of Nvidia go high versus let's say a stock which is down, the stock which is down, chances of that going higher is more.
Okay. So is
Yeah.
there any age limit for Roth conversion?
No limit. No
Do it
limit.
any? Yeah. Okay. So, and then can I do 1031? I think Dr. Hunasikati uh, was a condo, but can he exchange that with buying land?
It's gonna be like to like, like to
Okay.
like.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Land to land, condo to condo, something
yeah,
like that. Okay.
correct.
But it is real estate though, right? I mean, condo and land are real estate.
I know, but it still is an empty land. Got to be something similar. Got to be
Yeah.
something similar. The 1031 exchange lawyer talked to them about it. Yeah.
Hmm. So Dr. Siva Bellam asked, any comments on investing in opportunity zone funds?
Yeah, so we are very interested into we do recommend to buy into opportunity zone real estate if it's possible. Like if you go to loopnet.com, this website, and if you go and look, put your area zip code, there's a lot of you'll see a big sign opportunity zone. We're in I recommend do that because what happened, the opportunity zone funds, I don't like the return. The returns are weird, it's kind of new, but the real estate chances of going higher are there. So opportunity zone means like you buy into an area where there's a 20% poverty rate and
Hmm.
the chances will go higher. So and then what happened due to the big beautiful bill, if you buy into some sort of opportunity zone in the year 2027 until 2033, you can defer it. But if you this year, it expires next year only. But if you do it 2027 onward, you can defer it until 2033 if you hold on to it. So again, very powerful. I think if you can look into some real estate deal, it is better.
Okay. So Dr. Ramana Pupala, with regard to QBID, my CP explained that as physicians, we cannot do it because with our income is excluded because we are a specified service trade of our business.
Yeah,
What
if you're
options
in
do we have?
yeah, if your income is more than 496, yeah, you're excluded. If it below that, I mean, you get QBI. Yes, there's nothing you can do if the income is that high. Correct.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So can you comment on long-term health insurance?
Yeah. If your net worth is less than 6 million, we do believe getting into LTC long term. You should. But your age, I try to buy it early at the age of 50. Over 50, don't buy it quickly. Over 50, your health is okay, buy long term care. And the net worth is below 6 million, we do recommend getting long term because, back home, the children take care of us, but over here, I don't think so. So you're your own.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So someone said it's a good question. I bought $6,000 car, 6,000 pound car in 2024. Can I buy again in 2025 before the end of this year?
You got to exchange it. I mean, what happened? You already got some deduction, I think, in 2024. Unfortunately, 24, the deduction was 60%, right?
Mhm.
And the big beautiful bill said 100%. You got to do some exchange and get a newer car. But then if you already took the deduction, what happened that you have to pay taxes on it? So that's a detailed discussion you got to have with your CPA. I mean, this webinar is beyond that.
Yeah, I'm answering some questions, simple ones, which I know by typing. But again, Arun Jain, is the 19,000 tax deductible, the gift tax, gift
No,
19,000?
no, it's just out of your state. It's not deductible.
Okay. B Chokshi, if you are W-2 employed, can you write off 19K? No. So
No.
does money in the HSA account has to be used by year end or carried over? It can be carried over, right? I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's
do have a
FSA.
habit for a number of years,
Yeah, it
and
can go
the
on,
money,
and after 66, you can use for non-health as well.
yeah,
After
yeah,
66, this question is referred to FSA. FSA got to be used by year end.
yeah. HSA is different. You're right.
Different, yeah.
Can the money in HSA account be invested?
Oh yeah, that's why I recommend that it grows.
Yeah.
Very, very powerful. Correct.
Okay. Are there any federal tax credits that you suggest that are powerful? I think you did mention not deductions, but tax credits they're talking about.
Yes, we did talk about some tax credit. You can get it, and also um, there's something state tax credit as well. Like Georgia has something called Georgia Film Credit. Try to go get those, but that's something usually you get it. The CPA usually apply for it.
Hmm. So, if someone is on J1 or H1B, can he or she able to open LLC or S corp?
Yeah, these are, these are ideally the J1 visa and everything. They're supposed to be employed, and nowadays, Trump administration is very vocal about it.
Right. Yeah, yeah,
Technically, you can, but it's supposed to be, and not supposed. You're supposed to work. Yeah, right.
yeah.
But you can open up if you want to. Yes.
So, Dr. Vinay, could you please comment on portfolio loans?
Yeah. So portfolio loans, what happened that Fidelity, Schwab, if you have non-retirement account, you can take loans against the policy, the portfolio, and invest. So there is no credit check. You can just get it, and it's a amortization schedule. You have it. So yes, you can do it, but I don't believe in margin. I don't believe in taking loans and invest. I don't believe in taking credit card debts. Cash is the way to go. Only for buying real estate, I believe in taking credits, but the rest I don't. I don't believe in borrowing money and invest in the stock market. But yes, you can do it if you want to.
Okay. So, a lot of questions about if this presentation is available. Yeah, we do upload pretty fast within 24 hours on our website, www.rpusa.org. This year's and last year's too, you can find not only this webinar, whatever webinar we have done since last year, we actually put it on our website so you can visit and get it from there. So that's one good thing about the website. You can retrieve all the webinars from the
There
recent.
are two different sections which you do. One is CME talks and one is non-CME talks. So yeah, they will be uploaded under those categories.
Yes. So, Dr. Pulepalli, how much does it cost to maintain a CLAT? Is it typically a few $1,000s?
Yeah, so there's no maintenance fee for CLAT. You just one time, but then every year you do a CLAT, there's a new schedule. What I'm saying that this year you do 100,000, you did created a CLAT, right? So
Mm.
that's a 20-year schedule. Then next year you want to do it again, there's another CLAT, but it's like a child CLAT of a parent CLAT. So it's very cheap. If subsequent year is about $1,500 to $2,000, but the first year is a big fee.
So someone asked Dr. Mathur, Siddharth Mathur, is the vehicle depreciation benefit going away this year or is it going to be there next year too?
Right. It may more likely will be there next year, but what I'm saying, law changes very quickly. So
Mhm.
as of right now, we know is there. Bonus depreciation is very powerful this year because of the big beautiful bill. If you need a car, only if you need it,
Mhm.
then do it.
Okay. So, Dr. Modali, can you explain what is Trump account for children?
Yeah, so if you go to a local bank and if you have children, grandchildren below the age of 18, first new child, so Trump account, the banks have already established most of the protocols. Local bank, just go there. They will just open the feed, it's called the feed money, open the account, and then you can just tell them you want to. I know the name sounds controversial, a lot of people don't like it, but just tell them I want to open it.
How much
Yeah.
money you should convert into Roth if you have pension money more than 7 million? I'm 73. Somebody asked.
Yeah, so it's like this question, you mentioned, Dr. Kathula, more discussion is to happen.
Mhm.
Plain blanket suggestion in this webinar may not be appropriate,
Exactly.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so a more discussion needs to happen. But we believe in Roth conversion, but there's a lot of variables out there. Which state you live in, tax bracket will go down or not, is your portfolio is down. But we believe in Roth conversion at least some every year, depending on the situation.
Okay. Okay. So somebody is asking, are you a wealth management advisor or an accountant?
No, I'm a CFP, certified financial planner. I'm not an accountant. So the way the process works, so what's the catch into it? Usually what happened that if you decide to use of all our services, usually it comes with some investment management. You are welcome to use our partners for CPA planning as well. But we are more than happy to give you a CPA referral, but this is more of an educational webinar for the audience. But usually what happens then that how do you use our service? When you decide to use our service, their investment requirement, you invest with us, and then you become our client, and this is how we make money. But you're able to use our team for other purposes as well, like tax planning, estate planning, and everything.
Okay. So Dr. Raj Katara's question, many people say you can't save probate even if you have revocable trust. Is that true?
If it's not funded. What I mean by that, you created a revocable trust, but you haven't moved the house under the name of the trust. You haven't moved the brokerage account under the name of the trust. Then yeah, there's a probate happen. So make sure once you create the revocable trust, you move everything, all the assets. That's very important. Otherwise, otherwise it's fancy document collecting dust. You'll go through probate.
No, absolutely. That's a very good point. I mean, it's not creating a fund, but it's not the trust, but funding it is what is
Funding it.
important.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
why create the fund if you don't want to fund it? That's the
Exactly.
basic idea of it. Why spend the money? Yeah.
So Trump paid $750 in 1 year. Okay. I don't know. Legally and ethically, okay. The kids pay taxes on the 19,000 gift.
No, you know the answer. No.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So they pay the income tax, so the growth happened, but they don't.
Okay. So does that more than 6,000 pound car has to be new or old is also okay? It has to be this year, right? I mean, you
Yes.
cannot.
Yes.
So, and can you buy two cars? I don't think so. It's only one car each year.
Yeah, I mean, these are like obviously have to have with your CPA. I mean, if the IRS
Yes,
audit happens,
absolutely.
how can you justify buy two cars? Yeah.
So on Visa, what tax benefits are available for physicians on W-2 making close to 500,000?
Yeah, remember that for Visa, 500,000, you can defer money to the 401k. Those are there. Then HSA account, those are there. Then if they have 457, those are there. A lot of tax deduction available. I think this screenshot, if you take it, sit down with your CPA, a lot of them will be applicable for you.
So there are a lot of questions from this anonymous attendee. We don't know who that is. I mean, if you can just identify yourself, it will be useful. But there are a lot of questions from that anonymous attendees. But it would be nice to have a name attached to that. We don't know who's asking. So there are quite a few questions and a lot of appreciation. I think now we are, it's 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
We answered a lot of questions, and if you have anything, please go back to the website, AAPI website, and look at the recording. And we don't want to repeat the same thing, what has been said, and it can go along for another hour or so. But thank you, Nishat. Syed, this is a wonderful session that you educated all of us, and thanks, Amit, for bringing him, and thank you for the opportunity of moderating this session. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you again, Syed. And from an API perspective, I need to put this disclaimer that all the views and opinions which you heard from Syed is entirely his. Obviously, he also, from his side, advises this is just an educational seminar. He advises you to talk to the CPA. But from the API standpoint, API does not endorse or recommends anything which he says. This was just an educational seminar, and API has no role in promoting that. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining. Thank you, Syed. You've been a great educator, really, and we appreciate you doing this for us. And let's continue this.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to seeing you in Tampa.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Take care, everyone. Really appreciate your time.
Thanks. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.